Hello everyone, welcome to the programming in C class. As we have discussed in a previous videos, that is looping concepts in a programming in C. Looping in essence we had a types like a for loop, while and do while, and even we have discussed about how does all the three looping statements are differing each other. And after that we discussed the control loop control statements like a break, continue and go to. How can we use in between the program and what will be the result of it. In this video, as a normal loop statement where it is displaying, like if you wanted to display a numbers like 1 to 10, so then you are able to easily displaying a 1 to 10 numbers. Whereas suppose if you wanted to display like numbers in the form of matrix, then how could you display? Yes, it's interesting, right? So let us see how to display our numbers in a matrix form or in a particular pattern. So that help you the particularly that is what helping you the looping nested loop statements or a nested for loop. Okay, so nested we are using nested loops in the nested itself, as in a conditional statement we have discussed. Nested statements were considered for like one if statement, within that another like that we had. Similarly here also, like a for nested will be the it allows, C programming allows to use, okay, allows to use one loop inside another loop. The following section shows the few examples to illustrate the concept, like for initial, condition and increment. So open and for initialization, condition and increment. Right, statements you can use it. So this is a for, and then if this is true, it meets the condition, then it goes to the this loop and it executes until and unless this statement should false, this for loop should, this condition is going to be false, we cannot move to the outer loop statements. Right, this was the concept for loop. Similarly while it tests the condition, if it is true, then again one more condition it tests. If until this true, these statements are executing. If then it gets false, then these statements are executing. If this outer loop gets false, then it will come out from the loop. Similarly do while also. These are the syntax of a nested for, nested while and nested do while statements. For example, here we are using just I'll use one example. See, suppose if I say to print a star, if you print one star, then how do you print? Yes, you use, right? So you are using a main, then within main you are using one printf statement, then to print the star, right? So that is what you are using as an to print a star, right? So this was the statement how you can print a single star. Okay, if I say print like 4-5 stars like this, then what was the concept you were using? Yes, like this. If I say you to print a star like 5 stars continuously, okay, then what do you do? Yes, I know you people are very smart enough. Then in a same printer statement you are trying to use the 5 stars. Okay, fine. Okay, now I will tell you to print around 1000 stars in this line. Will you write it in a printer statement? No, you feel bit difficult now. Then what you do? You are moving for the for loop. I hope you know about the syntax of for loop. What is the syntax of for loop? So first you need to initialize, right, that int I is equal to 0, okay, semicolon, then what I said 1000, then I less than up to the 1000, so up to 1000, then it has to increment and then it's enough. This is how you can do it for a printing a 1000 element. This was a simple for statement. Okay, fine. In a single line, in a line, either of the way, like this you are printing, okay, or else either of them in this way of printing. So either of the way you can use it for a single for loop. Suppose if I say write the matrix of star, right? So then how do you print? If I say write the matrix of star, then how do you print the values? Here comes nested for, right? Here it is going to be having as a nested for loop, and here nested for loop for prime numbers from a 2 to 100. They add used to display the prime numbers 2 to 100. So first is to find out the numbers from where to where, 2 to 100, right? And after that to if it is prime or not. So for that purpose one more statement has been used, that is I is equal to 2 and j less than or is equal to I divided by j. I divides j. For example, 2 divided by 2 is a 1, right? And j plus plus. If I mod j, then break. If not equal, if not I mod j is what? Yes, it's of true statement. Then if it is not in the sense you are not going to be, then it is break. That is not prime number, then it is breaking. Otherwise it prints the prime number. This is the example we are using. Then we will have here this nested for loop can be used for addition of two matrices or just to print a matrix. Okay, so matrix numbers like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, like this, or else you can print these patterns. Can we try these? Okay, okay fine, we will try with these eggs. Okay, we'll go for new file. So we'll use demo, right? In this one we are using hash include stdio.h, right? So you are using similarly hash include conio.h, that is for a console input output. Okay, console input output we are using like conio.h, and after that, okay, that's that we can use it for void main because nothing we are returned to the main. So let us practice with like void main only. This is the function opens here. Every program starts executing from the main. Then I'll use for a nested for I one variable and another variable is a j. Okay, which program can we write first? Okay, CLR we are using semicolon. First we'll try to print the star of a matrix with. Okay, let us start. So first I'll use just plain printf statement as I have said earlier, that is just to print a single star. What you will do, you will use a simple printf statement like this, isn't it? So I are using like this. I'll use a get ch for getting to the console by pressing any key. Okay, so yes, it displayed a single star on a screen. Okay, as I said, if you wanted to print like 4-5 stars, then just I'll print it here only. Then so let me save file first, demo star, demo nest, or else demo star I'll use, but every file must be having a file extension as .c. Okay, so now yes, your program is able to print the star in like a horizontal line. If you wanted to print them as a vertical line, then what I do, I'll use like backslash n, like printf 5 times, but it is bit difficult, right? So what I do, instead of that, I'll use a for I takes the value, right? I is equal to 0. Initialization syntax of for loop, I think you remember. I less than how many stars, if you wanted to print, you can use it. Like 10 stars I want to print, then I plus plus. So if there is a single statement, if you are executing, need not to use a open and close curly braces. Okay, directly you can use it. See, you can able to print vertically 10 stars. But as I said, if I wanted to print a matrix of stars, then we need a nested for loop. That is, for I takes the value from 1 to 10. Inside the loop, for j is equal to 0 semicolon, okay, j less than 10, 10 by 10 matrix, right? 10 by 10 of all the stars we are going to display. Follow, if this is true, what must be done? If this is true, this star has to print. Okay, this star has to print. Then we are having close, and then in between, if I wanted to give space, then we can use a printf in bracket colon and then backslash n, because after 10 like this, then it has to get into a new line, okay, whereas here it should be display like some spaces. If you wanted to use, you can use as a cap. Then end of the outer for loop. Okay, so let us check it out. How does the result will be? 10 by 10 matrix, star matrix, and in between we used a one tab space. If you don't want to use a tab space, leave it, remove it. Then let us check. See, if you are not using a tab space, then all the 10 lines with the 10 spaces it is going to be displaying. Suppose if I wanted to use one space, okay, fine, one space will be used. This is how the formatted input output statement also it can be considered a nested for. The same program, if I wanted to use 1 2 3, suppose if I wanted to use the matrix of like 1 1 1 1 1 and 2 2 2 2 2 and 3 3 3 3 3 4 4 4 4 5 5 5 5, then what I have to print? Okay, so let us check that %d. Okay, if I use I, then put it prints. See, 0 0 0 0 first line, 1 1 1 1 2 2 2 2 3 3 3 3 4 4 4 4 5 5 5, like this it is printing the matrix. Why? Because I value, every j is taking like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. For 10 times, what it is printing? Whatever the I value. Initially I value is 0 and it prints I value till to the 10 times. Then it exits from the loop and I increases as a 1, and it will be printing from a 1 also for 10 times. Then again it increases, it gets filled, and then I increases as a 2. Then I value prints 2 prints 10 times. Okay, let us check. If I am going to be having, if you want to print like every line should be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5 like that, then what you must print? Okay, so what you have to print? If I use j, okay, see, 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, every line will be printing with the j value. Okay, every value is printing with the j value. So that, or else you can use like I into j. You can use any expressions to print also. See, this is what your matrix with multiplication, right? So that is a multiplication we are using. So or else I can use it like slash t is equal to, instead of 0 you can take it like 1 2 is equal to 10. Okay, so let's see. 1 ones are table, 2 ones are table, 3 ones are table, 4 ones are tables. You can use it up to the 10, 0 0 0 0 like. Okay, so I have to use here also 1 less than or is equal to 10. Okay, fine, fantastic. See, now perfectly you will get it the like table from 1 to 10, 1 to 10 tables you can able to print it. That is 1 1 2 1 1 1 2 1 2 2 2 1 2 2 2 4 2 3 6 and 3 1 3 3 2 6 3 3 9. Like this you can print the particular patterns of the numbers. To print a particular patterns of the numbers, we can say that this is what the demonstration of nested for. Nested for, if you are using for within one more for, then you could able to print like this. Okay, this is what we are having as a particularly the printing. And we had two, I have given you the two more patterns, like a star of triangle star. Okay, one we have discussed, and triangle star. So can you imagine what can we do for to print the triangle star, upper triangle star? Yes, upper triangle star, in the sense first it has to display I value and j should terminate, yes, when it meets to the I. So then we are using like, okay, so j should terminate on a I, then you just print the star, right? I use star. Let us try. Okay, your pattern should be upper triangular of stars. See, upper triangular of stars. Instead of tab, I'll use just one space so that it will be perfectly displayed. See, upper triangular of star, because on every I value, when j meets the I value, then see, because first one I is equal to 1 we are having, then j is also 1. If 1 1 both are equal, then it terminates. Second, I is equal to 2, first star j is equal to 1 and j is equal to 2. When j becomes or j equal to j meets the I, then it terminates. Similarly, we are having upper triangle. So suppose in this way you can create your own patterns by using a nested for loop. Nested for loop is one of the beautiful see, suppose if I, instead of star, if I use a I, what happens? Let us check. If I use I value, yes, what must be the result? I value is what? So first time it is 1, second time like you are going to be having 2 2, third time 3 3 3, 4 4 4, 5 5 5 5 5 times, like this, right? So yes, your result 1 1 time, 2 2 times, 3 3 times, 4 4 times, 5 5 times, 6 6 times, 7 7 times, 10 10 times. Okay, like this we are having as an numbers. Suppose instead of this j up I am taking, then 1 first, and then second 1 2, third 1 2 3, 4 1 2 3 4, 5 1 2 3 4 5, right? So just check it out. Interesting, right? 1 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5. Yes, it's very interesting. So this is how you can change the programs or alter the program to get a particularly, okay, to get particular pattern. And to get a particular pattern or to print like these patterns, the nested for loop will help a lot. Hope you understood how to use a nested for loop and what will be the result. Thank you. Have a nice day.